Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions for the 12 zodiac signs for 2025. Neptune is going to enter the sign of Aries on March 30 and then Saturn is going to join on May 25. These two planets are going to bring some profound changes in all areas of our lives that are ruled by the sign of Aries, but not only, because Neptune also rules Pisces in our charts and Saturn rules Capricorn. So these two planets are expressing themselves in a different way now in the sign of Aries, bringing profound changes, important dissolution, important revelations, sometimes lies and deceits, sometimes exposures, sometimes a lot of work, and then other times a lot of optimism and magical moments too. We're going to probably shift from the energy of Neptune to the energy of Saturn very often. Sometimes go through the optimism and the pink lenses that Neptune can give us to the gray colored perspective that Saturn also may give us too. It is important to note that Saturn in the sign of Aries is not strong. It is considered to be in its fall. So Neptune here is going to be a bit stronger. I'm not saying it's strong, I'm saying it's a bit stronger. Neptune is a planet of water, of a water sign, and now it's going to be in the fire sign. So it does not feel extra comfortable, but it's a bit stronger than Saturn is. We're going to have some sort of dissolving of old identities and egos and power struggles and the kind of determination that we used to have for a certain thing, and now we're going to build new structures which are represented by Saturn into these new ideologies and the things that we're going to believe in. Because where Aries is where we are the most determined, is where we become go-getters. And Neptune here is going to dissolve the old ways of thinking and the old ways of determination and build new ones, create new ones for us. I think that we're going to have the higher vibration reflect here of Neptune and Saturn, but also the lower vibration as well, just like the other planets, just like with every transit. Which way it's going to go for us, it depends on our personal charts and also on our personal decisions. Always remember, you have free choice, you have free will. Your luck and your destiny is in your hands after all. Astrology in your chart is just the map how to get there, but you always have a decision in your hands. Neptune is going to station retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and then Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14. Saturn then re-enters Pisces on September 1st, and Neptune re-enters Pisces on October 22nd. So we're going to spend a few months with the energy of these two planets in the sign of Aries. Both Neptune and Saturn are then going to finish the year in the sign of Pisces. So they're going to give us the themes that and the patterns that we're going to probably be experiencing more and in a more profound way moving forward in 2026 and onward. But 2025 is like the grand opening, the entrance of these new energies that we're going to be experiencing. Just like with every other video, I break down the energies for the 12 zodiac signs. Please keep in mind I'm a Western astrologer and I do tropical zodiac. Please keep in mind to refer to this video with your whole sign system, not with Placidus, not with any other systems, so that you can resonate with this more. Keep with you what resonates and leave the other ones. This is a general reading, and everything again is going to depend on your personal chart and your personal choices as well. Now, without further ado, let's start with the 12 zodiac signs. Hello dear Aries suns, moons and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries in your sign for 2025. Of course, Aries, you are the most impacted sign of this transit. We're first going to have Neptune enter your first house on March 30, and then Saturn is going to be joining on May 25. These two planets are transiting your first house, and they're definitely bringing some important shifts in your personal identity, in your character, in your personality, but also in your physical body. I would say a lot of you Aries are going to come across so beautiful to the other people, to the world, and the way how you achieve that, I don't know. Maybe you're already beautiful, all of you, but you're going to have this extra spark. You're going to have this extra alluring energy that comes because of Neptune in the first house. At the same time, I feel like a lot of your Aries are also going to lose a lot of weight with Saturn in the first house of your physical body. Just be careful to take care of your physical health, because Saturn here sometimes can bring health issues. Not always, not necessarily, but just be careful, just be aware of that. The best thing that could be happening with this, I mean, one of the best things, don't get me wrong, one of the best things that could be happening with this transit is that some of you Aries are going to receive a lot of healing when it comes to your self-identity and your personality. You are wrapping up an important cycle in your lives with Neptune leaving the 12th house, which is the last house of your entire chart. You're wrapping up an entire cycle of healing, of letting go of traumas and things that don't work for you anymore, of letting go of even mental difficulties that some of you may have had, of letting go of difficult situations that could have been happening to you also, especially with Pluto transiting your 10th house. For a very long time, for several years. Some of you Aries are really going to decide to let go of things that don't serve you anymore, and you're going to decide to embrace a healed version of your personality, a healed version of your identity. And I think this is so beautiful. This is the higher energy of Neptune here in the first house. Some of you Aries are also going to come to fame, because Neptune is one of the planets that indicates fame. And here, the first house, it can help you mold a version of you that you want to give out into the world, that you want to express yourselves with. Some of you Aries are also going to put a lot of focus on beautifying your physical body. Some astrologers say that Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, and Venus is about beauty. Neptune takes it to the higher level of where you become like a muse, you become like an inspiration to other people around you. Some of you may become inspirations to art, to creativity, to music, to poems. Like, don't be surprised if you have somebody that says, oh, you're so beautiful, and they write a small piece of a poem for you. You can have a lot of magical experiences here with Neptune in the first house. I have a lot of Neptunian energy in my chart, and I'm very, very familiar. And mine are difficult ones. There are squares and oppositions, so I'm very aware of the Neptunian energy. But for you in the first house, you're also going to have some sort of shift in your partnerships with other people, in your marriage. Some of you Aries are going to bring the dissolving of a long-term relationship or a marriage. Others of you are going to decide to let go of things that didn't work between you, maybe anger issues, insecurities as well, and then decide to restructure your partnership and to restructure your marriage so that it is for the benefit of both of you, and you feel more comfortable in it. You feel like you can express yourself more freely, and you can feel like you're healed, and you can also heal in the process of doing so. Neptune in the first house will be squaring your fourth house and your 10th house. So a lot of you Aries are going to have situations with family members and also real estate. Maybe some of you are going to have to face deceits and lies about, certain situations related to family members. Others of you maybe are going to choose to heal, and others of you maybe are going to feel like family members may be pushing these ideologies towards you, and you kind of want to rebel towards it, or you may be accepting these things also. Neptune and Saturn are also going to square your 10th house of your career, of your public status. Like I said, a lot of your Aries are going to have a change in your public status that could come because of your career, or because of your industry that you're in, or because of your marriage. You know, there's a dissolution here. There's a letting go of something that's not serving you anymore and embracing something completely new that is going to bring a new image of you. You're going to be known amongst the people that know you as somebody very different. And then, you know, how different you're going to be known as, it depends on you. It depends on your personal chart also, and the decisions that you want to be making, because we always have free choice. But you definitely have the chance to reinvent yourself in ways like you haven't done before. Saturn is a ruler of your 10th house, which is the most visible house of your chart. So Saturn can give you the strength of reinventing yourself again in the first house. Some of you are going to use your public status to bring a new, or to identify as differently, to identify with it as well. Some of you may also have a career change, and now other people know you in a different perspective, like, you know, you're a professional at something, or you do something that maybe you haven't done before, but now you decide to embrace this sort of character and this sort of industry also. A lot of your Aries are just going to get into new careers, new jobs, have a complete shift in your career sector with this transit as well. Like I said, you know, there's going to be squares and oppositions, and you're the most impacted sign also. Neptune rules your 12th house, Aries, and you're probably going to become more spiritual also with this transit. You're going to be one of the signs that identifies with certain spiritual practice or religion or spiritual leaders. A lot of you are going to become the spiritual leaders. A lot of you are going to increase your self-confidence through prayer, through going to temples, through pilgrimage, through connecting to God, the universe, higher dimensions in a very spiritual and profound way also. I think this is a very important transit for you. I mean, definitely is. I don't think it. I know it is. But anyhow, to give you a few dates, Aries, Neptune is going to station afterwards retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and then Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14th. Saturn then is going to re-enter Pisces in your 12th house on September 1st, and then Neptune re-enters Pisces on October 22nd, and then they finish the year in the sign of Pisces. So you're going to be left alone for a little bit by the end of the year, and then in 2026, these two planets are coming back to you, to your first house. So this is what I have for you, Aries, for this video. Please let me know down in the comments below what are your expectations for this transit. And as always, if you want to show some support for my work, you can like, subscribe, share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. And I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Taurus suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions for the 12 zodiac signs for 2025. Neptune is going to enter your 12th house in the sign of Aries on March 30, and then Saturn is going to join on May 25. And you're going to have these two important planets transiting your 12th house of spirituality. So a lot of you Taurians are going to have some important revelations when it comes to the way how you communicate and contact other dimensions, the way how you communicate with God, with the universe, the way how you practice your spiritual beliefs. A lot of you are going to have spiritual awakening. I can see a lot of Taurians turning into healers, and I'm not saying this is going to be overnight, but these two planets are definitely going to start that journey for a lot of you. For others of you Taurians, you're going to have a lot of opportunities to travel abroad. Saturn does rule your 9th house of foreign travels, and Neptune rules the 11th house of your dreams and hopes for the future. So if you've been wanting to go and travel abroad for a long time, if you wanted to go to some sort of destination, then these two planets are probably going to make it possible for you. And I am a Taurus rising myself, and I love traveling, so fingers crossed. I hope that's how it reflects for me.
But I can also see a lot of Taurians also relocating abroad, really, with this transit. And like I said, this this may not happen overnight. These two planets are going to spend quite a few time in your 12th house, but you know, a lot of you can have these opportunities to really make this happen and to relocate somewhere far away from where you used to living or from where you're from, you know, originally. Others of you Taurians are probably going to earn money through the masses, through the internet, through social media, by networking from people from all over the world. Because, like I said, Neptune rules your 11th house, and it is 2 houses away from that house, which can indicate, you know, gaining financial rewards through work in the 12th house matters. Meaning, you know, connecting to people from faraway lands and kind of working behind the scenes as well. You know, you can have all these opportunities to connect with these individuals, but you may also spend a lot of time in your bedroom and you know, in a corner doing all this work, kind of hidden from other people, not letting anybody know about it. A lot of you Taurians can hide secrets with Neptune. However, be careful in being honest and authentic and doing the right thing about these secrets, because Saturn can bring karma in the 12th house when it comes to these secrets. So Neptune, yes, can help you hide a few things, but Saturn is also going to give you the karma that you deserve for that. So, you know, be careful with that, especially if you've been hiding something for a long time. Now, the 12th house is also considered the house of losses. So Saturn here can restrict the losses. You know, for some astrologers, Saturn here can bring the karma through losses, but at the same time, I think Saturn is restrictions, so it can cut those losses for you and, you know, be more on the more fortunate side for you. Some of your Taurians are also going to work in healing ancestral karma, karma that was inherited from you, you know, any patterns that you've noticed in your family. You might really dive deep into understanding it and trying to heal from it. And also, the karma might end with you, you know, that generational karma, which I think is so beautiful, because nowadays we do have a lot more information on how to break the karma, the generational karma. And I think you're one of the signs that is going to dive deeper into that and be able to achieve it through this transit. Some of you Taurians are also really going to be able to work very hard. This is an Aries energy after all. You're going to be motivated and work very hard in achieving your long-term dreams and goals for the future. Some of you are going to work really hard in receiving some kind of financial rewards, with Neptune being the 11th house ruler. Others of you are going to gain a lot of knowledge. You may become gurus, you may become mentors, advisors, with Saturn being the 9th house ruler. And you can achieve these things by a lot of work behind the scenes, or by connecting with individuals and people from all around the world. I'm sorry if my voice sounds different, but I've had this sickness and, you know, my throat is scratchy. But yeah, I think this transit can be more on the positive side for Taurians. Just be careful with maybe illusions when it comes especially to spirituality, to individuals that you may see as spiritual leaders and inspirations with Neptune in the 12th house. On the one hand, you're maybe kind of used to this energy because Neptune was in the sign of Pisces and now it's going in the 12th house for you. So you're kind of used to it, but it's still, you know, new energy, because this is Aries after all. A lot of you Taurians may become spiritual leaders, like I said, worldwide leaders as well. You may connect to other dimensions very easily. You might manifest things very easily as well. You might go into these vacations and trips that can be very spiritual for you, and that may ignite something in you that is going to bring you a more magical perspective of life and the world in general. I do expect some of you Taurians to have some sort of change of career, or to work harder when it comes to your job and your work, because this also opposes the 6th house of your day-to-day job. For others of you, you may want to focus a lot on your physical health also, maybe set some boundaries for yourself, maybe eat a little less with Saturn here. And you may also dive deeper and learn about how to take care of your physical body, your personal hygiene, you know, the workout routines and things like that. And a lot of you are going to work on your physical health, kind of hidden from the public eye, and, you know, kind of hidden from other people. Some of you Taurians are also going to bring perfected image of yourself to your daily basis and your daily routines. People may start to look at you as the idealistic person of the lifestyle that you may have, with Neptune opposing the sixth house. So, you know, be aware of that. That could be a good thing. That may not be a good thing. It depends on the kind of image that you want to project into the world and into the people that know you. Some of you Taurians may also gain more daily responsibilities, but at the same time, you may have this strong desire to retreat from the world and, you know, go on vacation and stay by yourself, to be able to learn all these things that you're curious about. And you may push forward to learn as much as you can, to discover the world, to do a lot of research, to spend a lot of time at night learning new things and expanding your knowledge. For some of you, you may even have a lot of vivid dreams. That's something that could happen to a lot of Taurians. Your dreams can be more meaningful. Some of you are going to learn to decode them as well. This is a 12th house, you know, it's like a lot of spirituality is going to impact your lives, I feel like. So yeah, just to give you a couple of dates, Neptune is going to station retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14th. And then Saturn is going to re-enter Pisces on September 1st, and Neptune re-enters Pisces on October 22nd of 2025. Both of these planets are then going to finish the year in this sign. So both of these planets are going to spend quite a bit in this sign, and they're going to give us some sort of understanding on the themes and things that we may be experiencing in 2026 and moving forward. So yeah, this is what I have for you Taurians for this transit. I wish you the best of luck on this. Please let me know what your expectations are for this transit, and if you want to show some support for my work, you can like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from this. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello dear Gemini suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions for 2025. Neptune is going to enter the sign of Aries on March 30, and then Saturn is going to join on May 25. Both of these planets are transiting your 11th house now, which can really talk about a lot of reflection that a lot of you Geminis may be doing in your long-term dreams and goals for the future. A lot of you are going to feel pushed and inspired to fight for your dreams, for whatever you want to accomplish in this lifetime. Others of you are going to really become famous. I think a lot of Geminis are predisposed to do that because, first of all, Neptune is a planet of fame, and Neptune rules your 10th house, and it's going to your 11th house of the masses and, you know, social media, the way how we connect with a large number of people. So a lot of you are going to definitely have the opportunity to do so. Now, will all Geminis become famous? Probably not. It also depends on your personal chart, but you are definitely going to, you know, be one of the signs that is the luckiest about this. Saturn rules your 8th house. So for a lot of you, you're going to probably use shared resources and finances to be able to achieve some sort of long-term dream and goal for the future, or at least to fight for it, to work towards it. This is a sign of Aries, is a sign of determination. So a lot of you are going to be determined and persistent into achieving your long-term dreams and goals that you have. Some of you Geminis are also going to heal from some sort of karmic situation with your friends, groups of friends also. Some of you maybe are going to discover friends that maybe have lied to you or have been deceitful, with Neptune and Saturn being both of them here. Some of you Geminis are probably going to be financially rewarded as well, because Saturn is a ruler of a financial house, and the 11th house is also a financial house. So with Neptune, being the ruler of your 10th house, you're probably going to be rewarded for the hard work that you've put in, for the creativity that you've worked towards, that you've accumulated, that you've used. And if you've brought something into existence, into this world, with Neptune being your 10th house ruler and transiting your 10th house, and maybe you're going to receive some sort of financial reward coming from this transit, because Neptune is still going to be 2 houses away from that 10th house, which can talk again about financial rewards. Some of you Geminis are going to really remove self-sabotaging patterns to achieve some sort of success and popularity for yourselves. Others of you are going to remove fears to achieve financial rewards. Maybe you're going to dive deep into your subconscious mind, and you're going to again be determined to do so, so that you can remove any traumas, any fears, any insecurities that may have been built up through your life when it comes to achieving financial abundance, when it comes to achieving some sort of popularity, or at least, to be able to connect with others, to create a network for yourself, to have your friends, to have your groups of friends. A lot of you are going to have some sort of transformation in all of these topics, and you're probably going to be able to achieve it eventually. Now, this is a long transit. This is not a short one. It's not going to happen overnight, but in 2025, it will probably be the beginning of this long-lasting transit of all the things that I already mentioned. Some of you Geminis are going to be more on social media. You're going to use YouTube more, Instagram, all these platforms that are out there to achieve, to be able to reach more people, and to, again, gain some sort of popularity, or to share your opinions, or to be able to, dominate these platforms, so that you can have financial rewards for yourself, and maybe to achieve some goal that you may have had for a long time. At the same time, though, these planets will show the shadow side as well, so be careful of deceits, illusions, lies in your groups of friendships. Like I said earlier, some of you are really going to resolve some sort of karma, because Saturn is still the planet of karma. In your groups of friends, maybe lies will be exposed, and things, will show up that you will learn about. And then as Saturn and Neptune move back into Pisces, maybe that is not the focus of things, but when they come back in 2026, maybe you're going to have more closure, or you're going to have a bigger understanding of all the situations that could be created with your groups of friends. A lot of you Geminis are definitely going to become masters in creating a public image that suits your personal interests. You can mold and remold the way how you're known to the world, and the way how you want to be recognized by others, because Neptune is a planet of illusions, is a planet of no shape, basically. So if you've had a certain shape of your identity and how you're known to the world with Neptune in the 10th house, then you're probably going to change that and reinvent yourself when Neptune goes into 11th house, because now you want to maybe be seen as differently. You want to be seen in a different way, because it is more aligned with your goals and dreams that you have for yourself, but also with your personal interests of your public image and financial rewards and things like that as well. Let's not forget, like I said, that Neptune, it is the ruler of your 10th house, and your public status is probably going to have some changes as well. Just to give you some dates here, Neptune is stationing retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and then Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14th. Saturn then re-enters Pisces on September 1st, and Neptune re-enters Pisces on October 22nd. Both of these planets are going to finish the year in the sign of Pisces. So for a few months, we're going to be able to see how and what could be happening in 2026 and moving forward. 2025 and 2026 are going to be some important years for all of us, and of course for you as well. Now, because this is the sign of Aries, you're probably going to be impacted more on the positive side, Geminis, because this is in a good aspect to your sign. So, you might be one of the lucky individuals, like one of the luckiest signs actually with this transit. The 11th house is seen as a positive house in ancient astrology as well. So, I really hope that it goes well for you in general. But let's not forget, Neptune and Saturn are seen as malefic planets, but of course, just like every other planet, they have the positive sides and also the negative effects as well. This is what I have for you, Geminis, for this transit. I really wish you the best of luck. Please let me know in the comments what your expectations are. And if you want to show some support for my work, please like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Cancer suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions for 2025. You, Cancers, are probably one of the most impacted signs because these two planets are actually entering your 10th house. Neptune is entering Aries on March 30, and Saturn is joining on May 25. So for a lot of you Cancers, this will definitely indicate some sort of change in your public status, in the way how you're known to the world, in anything that people know you for. Some of you may even achieve some sort of fame and popularity because Neptune is actually the planet of fame, or actually one of the planets that indicates fame. And like I said, a lot of you are going to have, some sort of popularity, some sort of fame, because now you can really give out an image to the world and to anybody that knows you, an image that you want to give to others, that you have some sort of control over. And I said that, you're going to be one of the most impacted signs because this is the 10th house. It's an angular house. It squares you, your relationships, and also it opposes your 4th house. A lot of you Cancers are also going to work when it comes to creating boundaries with authority figures in your lives. A lot of you are going to maybe end some sort of not abusive, well, that too, but some sort of relationship with either authority figures, with family members, with a partner also, that is not serving you anymore. If these individuals have not helped you in achieving the mission that you have in this lifetime and the footprints that you want to leave in this world, then you're probably going to set boundaries or have these individuals, leave your lives. And if you don't do that, then maybe these individuals may be doing that for you. For a lot of you Cancers, you're probably going to have the opposite of this also, because Saturn is the ruler of your 7th house of marriage, partnerships, and long-term relationships. So a lot of you may have some sort of shift when it comes to that. Some of you might get married, change your status, change your public status, and be known as differently now, as not single anymore, let's say. Others of you Cancers are probably going to enter some sort of collaboration or agreement that is going to probably be very life-changing for you. And again, you're going to have some sort of shift either in your career or your public status with this transit. Neptune rules your 9th house, so for a lot of you Cancers, you may become famous for the knowledge that you have accumulated in this lifetime. A lot of you are going to become teachers of some sort. I'm not saying maybe, like university teachers or anything, but I'm just saying that maybe a lot of people will come to you for advice and to learn from you, from your experiences that you've had in this lifetime. However, some of you Cancers will take teaching as more seriously as a profession for yourselves, because Neptune will still be 2 houses away from the house it rules. So it can indicate financial rewards that may be coming through a 9th house matter. So teaching, traveling also, advising other people, or simply income that may be coming through the knowledge that you have accumulated and, achieved in this lifetime. Some of your Cancers are also going to have maybe dissolving of your past ambitions when it comes to your career. You may be experiencing some sort of change when it comes to that. this is the sign of Aries, so whatever you maybe have been very determined to achieve before when it comes to your public status and also your career and your work, your profession, then maybe you're going to have some sort of dissolving of that, or the other way around, to where you idealize it even more and you have this extra push to really fight for what you want to be known in this lifetime, what profession you want to have, what career you want to have as well. A lot of you are really going to be more determined to push forward into some sort of career and some sort of status that you want to be achieving in this lifetime. Saturn in the sign of Aries is considered to be in its fall, so it's not too strong. But individuals that have Saturn in Aries are individuals that can really go the extra mile, are the ones that can run longer than anyone else, because Saturn gives you that determination to persevere no matter how difficult things are. And at the same time, in the sign of Aries, it shows about the motivation, the extra drive, the extra push. I want to achieve something and I do have the power and determination to do so. I can resist no matter how difficult things are. So a lot of you Cancers are going to embody this sort of energy when it comes to your public status, when it comes to your career, your profession, your interactions with people in authority, people in power as well. A lot of you Cancers are also going to have changes in your career, to where maybe new authority figures come in, old ones leave, or you may have some sort of change of ideology and inspiration in your career sector and career environment that, of course, is going to affect you as well. Some of you Cancers are also going to have a change of home. A lot of you are going to relocate with this transit, are going to move somewhere else, maybe into a place that either makes you feel more optimistic about life, or a place where you will want to downsize for a little bit with the opposition of Saturn to the 4th house. Some of you may relocate somewhere far away from home. Others of you are probably going to go back to your homeland. So a lot of Cancers that, I definitely do see a lot of you relocating with this transit. And of course, Neptune is the ruler of 9th house too, the house of traveling and the house of citizenship and legal matters, and also residency cards and things like that. So I definitely see a lot of Cancers focusing on these areas also. As you have these important shifts, Cancers, you're probably going to change the way how you view yourself. A lot of you are going to have situations that are going to trigger some sort of healing in your individuality and also in your personality. A lot of you may have some sort of dissolving of your old identity and a reinvention of a new you. Yes, Neptune is dissolving, but Neptune is also creation. So you're probably going to create a new identity for yourself, a new personality for yourself, a new developed self that is going to suit you and your mission that you have in this lifetime even better and even more. Of course, this is a process that is not going to happen overnight, like I said to the other signs also, but it will definitely be there. Others of you Cancers are going to have changes in your career, in your relationship sector, in your marriage sector. I kind of mentioned it a little bit, but you may have dissolving of a previous marriage or relationship that is not serving your mission anymore. Others of you are going to have a recreation of that, a reinvention of that, a resetting of new boundaries that is going to serve you more and maybe trigger some sort of healing in you as well. I do have to say that for some Cancers, if you've had some sort of if you've put out there lies and deceit when it comes to your public status and who you are and what you do, then this may get exposed, because this is the most visible house of your horoscope, and Saturn here can bring some karma, which can be either good or bad, but in connection to Neptune can talk about the exposing of lies. So I just want to throw it out there for some of you. I think you've been the longest sign so far, but I do want to mention really quick the dates that are going to be important for this transit. Neptune is going to station retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries as well, but on July 14th.
And then as these two planets move backwards, quote unquote, in the sky, Saturn is going to re-enter the sign of Pisces on September 1st, and Neptune re-enters Pisces on October 22nd. So these two planets are going to finish the year in the sign of Pisces, but they're still going to give us the themes and the things that we may be experiencing even stronger and even more in 2026 and forward. This is what I have for you, Cancers, for this transit. I really wish you the best of luck. If you want to show some support for my work, please like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from this. And I'll see you now in the next video. Take care. Hello, dear Leo suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions. Neptune is going to enter the sign of Aries on March 30, and then Saturn is going to join Neptune in the sign on May 25. These two planets are going to be transiting your 9th house, and the 9th house deals with international travels. So for a lot of you Leos, you're probably going to be able to travel abroad. Some of you are going to have some magical experiences as you do some traveling. Others of you may maybe have some sort of legal issue or papers, citizenship issues, so that you're not able to do some foreign travels because you have Saturn here. Sometimes Saturn slows the process down. For others of you Leos, this transit can indicate opportunities to meet a lot of spiritual people that maybe can brighten up your perspective of life, that can change the way how you view the world. These individuals, like I said, can be very spiritual. They can be religious people also, because Neptune, that's what Neptune rules. And then in the 9th house, Neptune feels comfortable in a sense that you have these interactions with individuals that can teach you things, and then you can teach them as well, related to spirituality, because even the 9th house is a spiritual house. Now, although for you, this is, it's still Aries. So some of you Leos are going to feel like you want to push your ideologies and things that you believe in into other people, or the other way around, to where other individuals might feel like they want to push their own ideologies and things that they believe in onto you. And some of you Leos are going to be open to that, because Neptune is an energy of dissolution and dissolving. So whatever belief systems you may have, maybe they're going to be dissolved, and you may be more open-minded to new perspectives. For others of you, you may embrace the Saturnian side of this transit, where you want to block whatever other people want to bring into you, and you try to resist it. Now, in 2025, we're going to have a short preview of this energy. These two planets are going to be in the sign of Aries for just a few months, but then in 2026 is when things are going to, become more serious, and we can see the actual ways that this energy is going to unfold. But you can definitely feel the touch of this in 2025. The 9th house, like I said, is also the house of legal matters. So for some of you Leos, you may decide to finish some sort of legal matter. Like I said, it disappears from your life with Neptune here. For others of you, maybe you will want to push forward with a legal matter and fight for whatever you believe in, and to be able to press forward no matter how difficult things may be. Another reason for that is because Saturn is the ruler of your 6th house, and the 6th house in Vedic astrology actually is the house of open enemies. So some of you might go to court with enemies, and you're fighting over there, because Saturn in Aries, that's what it does. Saturn is considered to be debilitated, in its fall, in the sign of Aries. But individuals that have an Aries Saturn are people that can really go the extra mile without getting tired, no matter how difficult things can be. So for a lot of you, you may have that extra energy to fight whatever you believe in court places, or in legal ways, with these planets being in the 9th house. Some of you Leos are really going to work on removing self-sabotaging patterns and healing through the knowledge that you may be accumulating by studying things, by meeting people from different backgrounds, from different traditions, individuals that speak different languages. They may really have some sort of healing factor in your own psychology and in your own mind. At the subconscious level, because Neptune is a ruler of the eighth house for you. So you may really feel like you can transform in very profound ways through this transit. You can become a person that you did not, you were not before. And the energy is going to be strong, not only for you, but everyone in the world, because we have so many planets moving into new energies. But in the ninth house is the house where we have our perspectives of lives, like is our belief systems, is our POV, the way how we view the world. And so a lot of you are going to change the way how you view the world, and of course it's going to have an impact in your thinking process, in your daily process, in your lifestyle, in the way how you talk to other people and communicate with others. Let's not forget that Neptune and Saturn are also opposing the third house, which is the house of thinking process. So a lot of you are going to have some sort of transformation there, some sort of new goals, new changes, things that you may want to be achieving now too. The ninth house is also the house of higher education. Some of you Leos, maybe if you've been wanting to go for some degree, for some schooling, then you may decide to take another route, take another direction. Again, we have dissolving here of the previous goals. Aries is goals. Aries is what we want to go after, what we want to push forward for. And then you have Neptune here, which dissolves whatever was your goal in the past. It dissolves everything that you thought to be in a certain way. So for some of you, if you've been wanting to enter some sort of higher education institution, maybe study a certain major, you might decide to take on another one. And of course, you're going to have the influence of Saturn here, but the difference between the two is that Neptune is actually a bit stronger than Saturn with its transit, because Saturn is in its fall. So if you are, again, looking for higher education institutions, then you might have some changes over there too. Some of you Leos may be able to make money through other people's money with this transit, maybe through individuals that have a different tradition from yours, individuals that are in foreign lands, individuals that speak through foreign languages. You might be able to make money like that. You might be able to get clients who live abroad. You might be able to get clients who want to pay for your services, because Neptune, the ruler of the eighth house, is in the ninth house, 2 houses away, which can indicate getting personal finances through other people's money. And like I said, you can do that through interacting with individuals that are different from you, but also through your travels as well. Some of you Leos are really going to be traveling a lot for a very long time with these with the planets here, and especially when Saturn leaves your ninth house and Neptune stays there, you're probably going to have a lot of magical experiences as you travel abroad and you go to all these different places and countries. Just to give you some dates here, Neptune is, traveling with Saturn from March and May of 2025 into the sign of Aries, and then Neptune is going to station retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries. And then Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14th. So, this transit is pretty short degree-wise. It's just touching those first degrees. And then Saturn is going to re-enter Pisces on September 1st of 2025. And then Neptune is going to join Saturn in the sign of Pisces on October 22nd. And both of them are going to finish the year in the sign of Pisces. So again, we're going to really we're going to get some themes of how the next few years are going to be in our lives. In 2025, it's probably going to be a very profound year. But Aries is a sign that is in a good aspect to you, Leo. So I'm not as worried about about you. I do feel that some of you are also going to educate yourselves about taking care of your physical health. Let me just throw it out there. Taking care of your physical body, getting in the right diet, eating the right nutrition, taking care of your personal hygiene. A lot of you are going to set some important schedules and boundaries to be able to do so. You're going to educate yourselves a lot. Um, and others of you Leos are probably going to have colleagues who are foreigners and internationals too that are going to change your perspective of life too. I just wanted to drop these two because, you know, these are also outcomes that can come from this transit. But yeah, like I said, I think this is more of a positive aspect for you Leos. The thing is that Neptune still rules your ninth house, which is, you know, considered to be one of the more difficult houses, but that ruler is in the ninth house. So in the ninth house is where we get good karma too. That's something else. The ninth house is a positive house. It's a very good one, and it trines you. So I think, you know, you might be one of the signs that has this a little lighter. I'm not saying the lightest, but, you know, a little lighter than the other ones. This is what I have for you, Leos. Please let me know in the comments below what are your expectations for this transit. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Virgo suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions. Neptune is going to enter the sign of Aries on March 30 of 2025, and Saturn is going to enter and join Neptune on May 25. These two planets are going to be transiting your 8th house, and one of the things that this house represents is shared resources and finances. Neptune can talk about hiding things sometimes. So a lot of you Virgos maybe are going to hide your finances from a significant other, from a family member, from a partner, from a child, you know, if you share your finances with one of your children. And for others of you, it could be the other way around, to where somebody that you have shared resources and finances with, they decide to hide it from you, or that sort of shared resource and finance kind of dissolves and it's not there for you anymore. Obviously, this is not the case for all Virgos, so please don't freak out. But it can be one of the outcomes of this transit. It all depends on your personal chart, and it also depends on your personal choices. We still have a choice every day. For others of you Virgos, Saturn here is going to maybe bring you that seriousness to work very hard towards increasing your shared resources and finances, increasing your investments, working hard to become smarter and more intelligent in the way how you make money through passive money, how you make money through other people's money. Some of you are going to put in like schedules and to discipline yourselves in one way to be able to, you know, increase those investments that you might have, or shared resources and finances that you have with another person. It can also be the other way around, to where, you know, if you share your resources with someone else, maybe they put in this hard work into increasing that for both of you. I do want to say that individuals that are born with Saturn in the sign of Aries, and I know quite a few of them actually, are people that can run the extra mile. These are individuals that no matter how hard and difficult things can get, they will do it. They have the perseverance no matter what. Because Aries is a sign of determination, and then you have Saturn that holds very strong no matter how difficult things can get. You know, you have the goat. If you've seen goats in the mountains, they go to the toughest territories and they don't care. They are very strong, you know. So a lot of your Virgos are maybe going to put in this extra work, this tough work out there to really get serious about your resources, about your finances. And these are finances that are through other people's money. You know, if you have customers, if you have clients, you're going to put in a lot of work into drawing them to you. And Neptune is a planet of miracles. So if you put in the work that Saturn gives you, then maybe Neptune is going to bring some sort of miracle in this department. Now keep in mind that things can go, you know, both ways. And the thing about these planets is that they move relatively slow. I mean, they do move slow. Saturn spends about 2.5 years in a sign, and then Neptune spends about 16 years, if I can remember correctly. So Neptune is definitely going to be there for a long time. And
partnership, let me say, between Saturn and Neptune. Neptune is a bit stronger because Saturn is considered to be in its fall in the sign of Aries. So you may be putting in the extra work, and maybe and hopefully some of you Virgos are going to be rewarded financially. Now others of you may have the other thing too, or maybe some sort of investment disappears, or sometimes it shows and sometimes it doesn't, as we're going to have full moons and all these things and eclipses eventually and things like that into these signs. Then you're going to have things, shown to you and then hidden and things like that. This is a long transit. But besides shared resources and finances, the 8th house is also the house of your personal psychology. Neptune can really bring healing at the psychological level for a lot of you Virgos. You may feel like you want to work towards your self-sabotaging patterns. You want to let go. That's Neptune as well. You want to let go of ego issues. Ego is Aries. Some of you Virgos might even get into relationships so that you can heal yourself psychologically. Let me explain that a bit more. Neptune is the ruler of your 7th house, of your long-term relationships, and also your marriages and contracts and things like that. So a lot of you are maybe going to work on removing insecurities, self-sabotaging patterns, fears, any self-undoing through your relationships, through dating, through being out there and getting to know people. And this is specifically very true and strong for you Virgos, because Saturn is also the ruler of your 5th house for you, which is the house of romance. So you have the planets of your 5th house and 7th house, which deals about romance and love life and dating and relationships and things like that, coming together in your 8th house. So a lot of you are going to transform yourselves in very profound ways through other people, through individuals that you're going to get romantically invested in, through individuals that you're going on dates and you're going to get intimate with as well, because the 8th house is also the house of the bedroom, it's the house of sexuality. So a lot of you are definitely going to have some sort of transformation there too. And speaking of that, with Neptune here, you may have some magical experiences, really. You may have some good experiences here in the bedroom. For others of you, though, maybe you're going to restrict yourself from, being in the bedroom for too much, overindulging into that because Saturn is present there. Or you may go through phases. Sometimes you feel like you want to dissolve with the other person. You want to become one with the other individual. And then there's other times where you want to set boundaries and take things a bit more serious, meaning that you want to be a bit more down to earth, a bit more restricting into the pleasures that you may have related to 8th house matters. Saturn, like I said, it rules your 5th house. So for some of you Virgos, you're going to either have one of your children join finances with you, to where you create something structured together. Like literally some of you can open joint accounts, take it into a structured form. Others of you may have some sort of dissolving and removal of shared resources that you may have with one of your children. Some of you Virgos are also going to express your creativity through your through being brave and being honest about your personal psychology, your personal traumas that you've been through in the past. You're going to incorporate your hobbies and creativity into this expression of psychology within you. We have a coming together of the 5th house of creativity and hobbies that is ruled by Saturn, and then the 8th house, which is your personal psychology and the darker things that we experience in this lifetime. I think I've covered most of the things, but I do want to mention some important dates here. Neptune is going to station retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14th. So we're going to have these planets only touch the 1st degrees of the sign of Aries. We're going to get a little touch, a little understanding of the themes that we're going to be feeling in 2026 and onward.
Saturn then is going to re-enter Pisces on September 1st of next year, and then Neptune re-entering Pisces on October 22nd of 2025, same year. And they're both going to finish their journey, or sorry, to finish the year in the sign of Pisces. So we're not going to experience them in the sign of Aries, besides, you know, that period of March and May and September and October. So yeah, I think I've covered the most important things here, Virgos, for you. I wish you the best of luck. Please, if you want to show some support, you can like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from this. And please let me know also in the comments, what are your expectations for this transit? What have you learned from, you know, whatever you've read and from other people and things like that. And yeah, and I'll see you now in the next video. I wish you the best of luck. Hello, dear Libra suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions for 2025. Neptune is going to enter your 7th house in the sign of Aries on March 30, and then Saturn is going to join Neptune on May 25. You're definitely one of the signs that is going to be the most impacted by this transit, Libras. Your relationships are definitely going to experience a lot of changes, a lot of transformation. The energy of Neptune can talk about healing. I'll take it from the higher octave. It can talk about healing in your relationships. If you've been in a long-term marriage and a relationship that maybe has not gone very well, a lot of you are going to try to heal from it, to let go of grudges, to let go of fights, to let go of ego issues that maybe were on the way in your personal happiness, and also in the happiness that you may have had with this other individual. So this energy here can talk about letting go of these things that don't serve you anymore and deciding to work harder, which is where the Saturn energy steps in, working harder to try to make this marriage and relationship work, to set boundaries that maybe are going to make all of this a bit healthier and a bit better for you. This is one of the scenarios. Now, the other thing is that Neptune also talks about dissolving. A lot of you Libras are maybe going to dissolve, literally dissolve your marriages, your long-term relationships, if they are not serving you anymore, if they don't let you be in alignment with your mission in your lifetime. Because Neptune is a generational planet. It is one of the planets that brings situations into your life to make sure that your soul progresses and is aligned with whatever you're supposed to be accomplishing in this lifetime. So it's quite of a big deal to have a generational planet in your 7th house in opposition to your 1st house. So, you know, if you've been into some sort of contract, relationship, marriage that brought power struggles, that brought fights and sometimes aggression and things like that, then a lot of you are going to dissolve it and let go of this kind of relationship. Now, others of you Libras maybe are going to take things a bit more serious when it comes to some sort of long-term relationship. Maybe you will want to enter some sort of contract and agreement. Maybe you want to take a relationship to the next level, to get married, to sign a contract. Saturn talks about being serious. Saturn talks about being there even though things are difficult, especially in the sign of Aries. Aries gives that determination, that desire to keep going forward. And then Saturn is the planet that you know, makes things happen no matter how difficult they are. So this combination together can talk about really taking a relationship to the next level. Maybe you've been dating, you've been engaged for a long time, and some of you are going to decide to get married and, you know, take things forward. The 7th house is also the house of open enemies. Some of you Libras are going to heal your relationships that you have with these individuals. Maybe Saturn is going to contract, that's the right saying, is going to shrink your open enemies, meaning that you're going to have less of them. Some of you are going to let go of them. That's Neptune. And others of you, though, may experience deceits. That's the shadow side of Neptune. You're going to maybe experience deceits and lies with open enemies. Others of you may encounter individuals that are strong and powerful, wealthy individuals that are have very strong personalities here with Saturn in the 7th house. And of course, as you have to confront these individuals, you're also going to absorb some of these qualities yourselves too, because Neptune and Saturn are aspecting your first house. So a lot of you Libras are even going to become magical yourselves too. I mean, you can experience magical things, beautiful things with your marriage partner, with your romantic partner, with Neptune in the 7th house. But a lot of you are also going to become magical yourselves. Maybe you're going to give out an image about you that is different, that is an illusion, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing, because all these individuals, like famous people, they do have some sort of illusion projected to the masses, projected to us that watch them, that see them, that hear them, that listen to them. It's about an illusion. Like even in business, when you have a brand is also an illusion. It's what you are creating to give to people, to the world. And so a lot of you Libras are going to rebrand yourselves. You're going to bring out another image of you that aligns more with your personal mission and aligns more with your authentic self, with your individuality, and how you want to live this life, how you want to be seen from other people as well. And like I said, you're one of the signs that is going to be the most impacted, because these two planets are also going to square your 4th house of your home environment and also your career and public sector. So a lot of you Libras are even going to relocate, I think, with this transit. Maybe if not in 2025, then in 2026 and onward. Others of you are going to buy a new home, sell an old home. You're going to have some sort of transaction happening there with your home environment. Another reason for that is because Saturn in itself, it rules your 4th house of your home. So in the 7th house, you can talk about maybe moving in with a marriage partner, moving out with them either too. Others of you Libras are going to become famous, I would say, with this transit with Neptune here in the 7th house. And I talk about Neptune a bit more because Neptune spends way longer than Saturn does. But of course, you're going to feel the energy for both of them. But Saturn, can talk about becoming serious and working hard to achieve the fame that you want, to build that sort of relationship with other people on one-on-one, to get clients, to get customers, to make other people see you in the way that you would want them to see you. Some of you Libras are going to take care of your physical body and your personal health by being in some sort of relationship with another individual. Maybe there is someone that inspires you to take care of your body, to take care of your physical health, of your personal hygiene, to pick the right workout routines for yourself, to take the right nutrition that is suitable to you. Because Neptune rules your 6th house for you Libras, and it's transiting the 7th. So some of you can definitely choose to do these things. Others of you may really get into a closer contact maybe with colleagues. If you have a job, if you're working somewhere, you're going to maybe have some sort of shift there with your relationships with your colleagues. Some of you may be drinking buddies. They may become drinking buddies. Others of you may choose to become spiritual buddies with a coworker. And like I said, that is because Neptune rules the 6th house for you. And the 6th house rules over these things. Some of you Libras will choose to serve and help out a partner. Maybe, a few of you could have somebody get sick, like a romantic partner, and you might have to be there for them to take care of them. Of course, this is the case for just a few of you. Don't get me wrong. It depends on your personal chart and also your choices and their choices as well. But, this is a general reading and the energy is over there. To give you a few dates, Neptune is going to station retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and then Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14th. So kind of in the middle of the summer for the northern hemisphere and the middle of the winter for the southern hemisphere. Saturn then is going to re-enter Pisces on September 1st, and Neptune re-enters Pisces on October 22nd. Both of these planets are then going to finish the year in the sign of Pisces. So we're going to have some good few months in with this new energy of these two planets in a new sign. And get ready for it, Libras. You're one of the most impacted ones. And I know that some of you are not excited because I see the comments, and Libras, I know Libras have been through a lot of things. But you know, just embrace the change. As long as we're changing and things are changing around us, I think it's a great thing, because that's the only way how we can progress. If we get comfortable, no bueno. It's not good. This is what I have for you. Please, if you want to show some support for my work, you can like, subscribe, share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I wish you the best of luck, Libras, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Scorpio suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions for the 12 zodiac signs for 2025. Neptune is going to enter your 6th house in the sign of Aries on March 30, and then Saturn is going to join on May 25. This transit can indicate for a lot of you Scorpios a lot of opportunities to maybe heal in your physical body. Neptune is the planet of healing in the higher vibration, and that healing can maybe start at the emotional level also, because when we start to get more optimistic, which is also Neptune in the higher octave, then maybe things around us turn to be better. But that is not only in the emotional side. You know, the 6th house is the house of literally our physical body, our physical health, the way how we take care of it, the workout routines that we have in place, the hygiene that we have, the way how we honor our bodies. So for a lot of you, you're probably going to be healing. You know, that's the higher vibration of Neptune. Others of you Scorpios are maybe going to dissolve the way how you've been taking care of your physical bodies. Maybe you're totally going to change the way how you took care of them, the way how you looked at your physical body, the way how you loved it, the way how you nurtured it. And some of you again are going to choose to nourish your physical bodies in a different way. Maybe you're going to take on a more spiritual perspective and point of view in taking care of your physical self. Others of you Scorpios are also going to be serving a lot of people with this transit. The 6th house is a house of service, is the house where we take care of others. And Neptune here can really change the way how you idealize service in general, but you can also just be out there and take care of others and be more generous to them, with Neptune being the planet of compassion too. For others of you though, Saturn is going to be here, like I said. So Saturn may bring a lot of discipline in taking care of your physical body. Yes, there may be some sort of dissolving in the way how you take care of your physical body, but maybe you put in some discipline there in, for example, in your workout routines and the way how you take care of yourself, in the way how you work out and things like that. Your daily routines also, what you do on a daily basis. Some of you Scorpios are going to become disciplined, way more disciplined when it comes to that. Maybe you're going to put yourselves on schedules. Some of you may even take on more responsibilities, while others of you are going to leave behind, let go certain daily responsibilities and maybe take on some new ones. A lot of you Scorpios are also going to have some sort of letting go of previous relationships that you had with co-workers. Maybe some of you are going to have some sort of healing associated with it. On the lower vibration, Neptune talks about deceits and lies, so be careful and be aware of that, especially in your collaborations with your co-workers. Maybe they are not as they come across to be. So, you know, be extra careful with who you are, you know, open to, especially at your job, at your work. Some of you Scorpios are maybe going to change careers and your jobs with this transit, especially in 2025 as these two planets enter this house. You're going to again let go of a job that's not serving you anymore and maybe embrace a new one that aligns more with what you want to do career-wise and your lifestyle, the kind of life you want to live, because really the 6th house is the house of lifestyle also, is what you do on a daily basis to
take care of yourself, to pay your bills, to run your errands, but to also be happy, because the sixth house is in opposition to the 12th, and it still talks about that sort of trying to be happy and trying to balance whatever responsibilities you have with also rest and your connection to the world and to existence and to life in general. Like I said, these two planets are also going to be in opposition to the 12th house. So a lot of you Scorpios are going to take on a more spiritual approach on your daily basis. Maybe a lot of you are going to become more spiritual also. You're going to embrace religion, a lot of you, also spirituality in general, and you're going to probably either push a lot for these things towards other people, or it could be that somebody else is pushing towards you, meaning that there could be individuals that want to teach you these ideologies that they have, which can be religious and spiritual also, which doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It can be a very good thing, because these are Neptune is a generational planet, so it's going to be for the benefit of yours and humanity eventually. That this is one of the phases that we have to go through to get there. Neptune rules your fifth house, so a lot of your Scorpios are probably going to incorporate your personal creativity and hobbies that you have in your daily basis. This transit can indicate having fun on a daily basis, turning your entertainment and the way how you enjoy life, how you have fun into a daily thing. You know, a lot of you could go literally every day for a coffee or for a drink, or to do something that you really like, or to draw, to paint, to play music, you know, whatever your hobbies are, whatever your talents are. Some of you Scorpios are going to implement them on a daily basis. Others of you Scorpios are probably going to be more active in your romantic lives. And I'm talking about this, creativity and romantic life, because Neptune rules your fifth house. So if you have been looking for someone for a long time, then maybe this transit is going to bring more interest on a daily basis, to go on dates, to have fun with other people, or to get to know them more, but doing so like literally every day, maybe, you know, like turning it into a routine, turning it into something that you do very often. For others of you Scorpios, there may be added responsibilities related to your children. A lot of you maybe are going to get busier with them. Others of you maybe are going to have added responsibilities at your work, at your job. Maybe you have to be on the road more, to do more, to take more customers, more clients. You know, if you are in an industry that is client-based, customer-based, there could be definitely a lot more communication happening on a daily basis, and also especially because Saturn rules your third house as well. So you may be very active in that sense. Some of you Scorpios are also going to really work towards your mental health, with Saturn being the ruler of your third house, and the sixth house can indicate working towards your thinking processes. If you've had pessimistic feelings in the past, and maybe you're going to do something about it during this transit, maybe you're going to try to heal from these patterns, you're going to try to embrace a more optimistic approach, because Saturn and Neptune are working together. This is a conjunction. Oftentimes you're going to feel like you want to do one thing, maybe you're more optimistic, maybe you want to feel more excited, and then other times you're maybe going to feel either a bit more pessimistic, or like more down to earth and look at life in a gray lens. So you can switch from one to the other with these two planets, but you're definitely going to feel the energy of both in a way that, I kind of already described. Now, just to give you a few dates, Neptune is going to station retrograde afterwards in the sign of Aries on July 5th at the 2nd degree, and then Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14th. Saturn then re-enters Pisces on September 1st, and Neptune re-enters Pisces on October 22nd, and both of these planets are going to finish the year in the sign of Pisces. So in 2025, we're going to get a feel of how 2026 and onward is going to be for many of us, and of course Scorpios, for you as well. This is what I have for you for this transit. I wish you the best of luck, Scorpios. Please let me know in the comments what are your expectations are. What do you think this transit is going to bring for you? And if you want to show some support, you can like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from this. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Sagittarius suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn conjunction and entrance in the sign of Aries for 2025. Neptune is going to enter the sign of Aries on March 30, and then Saturn is going to join on May 25. Both of these planets will be transiting your fifth house, which can indicate for a lot of you Sagittarians to be able to really use your creativity probably in ways that you have never tried it before. A lot of you Sagittarians are going to become even more inspired to express your personal creativity, your hobbies, your talents, anything that you're so passionate about. A lot of you Sagittarians are even going to become famous with this transit because Neptune is the planet of fame, and the fifth house is the house that is generally ruled by Leo, and is the planet of stage, is the planet of spotlight. So a lot of you are going to come into power in that sense, where you are going to be the spotlight. You're going to bring out an image to the world in a way that you feel you become the center of attention. Some of you Sagittarians may also have some sort of magical experiences when it comes to dating, when it comes to getting to know people in the romantic side of life. You may go into these dates, they may feel like a fairy tale, they may feel like it's a dream come true, they may feel like something, beautiful, something exciting. And oftentimes, though, also want to talk about the shadow side of this transit, especially with the Neptune that is going to spend here a long time. It can also bring maybe deceits and lies also that may come from romantic interest, from romantic partners. So don't take everything in the face value with this transit whenever you're getting to know someone else. However, you're most likely and most definitely going to switch from some romantic experiences to maybe some lies, and then going back to some magical experiences, and then maybe to some deceits. This energy is not like a straight line, just like with any other planet. It's going to go back and forth from one thing to the other. Now, the thing though is that this Neptune in 2025 is not alone here. It is with Saturn, and Saturn can bring seriousness in taking your romantic life more in a more practical way, in a more grounding way, becoming more serious about going out there and finding someone, of course, if you're interested in that. If you're not in the market to find a significant other, then this transit can indicate setting a lot of rules and maybe schedules also into developing your personal talents and hobbies and creative skills that you may have. Like I said, a lot of you may have the chance to really be in the spotlight with this transit. And so Saturn is probably going to teach a lot of you to put in the work for that, to become more disciplined when it comes to that, to work hard when it comes to that. And a lot of you are probably going to keep in mind some sort of long-term dreaming goal that you may have for the future, because these two planets are still in opposition to the 11th house, which is the house of the what we want to achieve in the long run, in 2 years, in 5 years, and things like that. Some of you Sagittarians are also going to maybe have children join you. Some of you may have children during this transit, and that is because Saturn is, in ancient astrology, is a planet of karma, and it may bring it for you, in the fifth house, a soul that is going to maybe join your family, that is going to join you, that you maybe have some sort of soul contract with, some sort of soul karma with. For others of you, Saturn may bring the shrinking or the boundaries that you may be creating maybe with one of your children. If you've had a relationship that has not been good, that has been shaky, you may decide to let go of one of your children, in the sense that you want to maybe heal the relationship you have with them. Because like I said, we still have the presence of Neptune here. Neptune can be very healing in the sense that it can help you let go of grudges, of anger issues. This is Aries. of power struggles if you've had some of those with one of your children. So, you know, a lot of boundaries can be put in place with Saturn here, and at the same time, a lot of you may be choosing to heal and let go of certain emotions and hurts that may have happened in the past. And another reason why I'm talking about emotions is that Neptune does rule your fourth house of emotions. So a lot of you maybe are going to process those emotional traumas and difficulties in a way, in a more practical way and down to earth way with Saturn here. For a few of you Sagittarians, and this will definitely depend on your personal chart, Saturn in the fifth house maybe can also bring difficulties into having children. Because where Saturn goes, sometimes it brings delays or it brings blockages. So, I want to be realistic and honest that, this can be one of the scenarios for some of you. Of course, it definitely depends on your personal chart. It depends on your personal desires and decisions. But, that can be a scenario. The fifth house is also a financial house, especially when it comes to risky investments that we may be taking. So some of you Sagittarians are going to shift from being very optimistic, which is Neptune, and very positive about a certain investment, and then you go to the Saturnian side of this energy to where you're like, oh, maybe I need to take a practical step here, maybe I need to study a bit more, maybe I need to be more down to earth about it, maybe I should let go of some sort of vice that I may have related to risky investments. So, a lot of you are going to shift from one energy to the other. Which one is going to be more predominant? The thing is that Neptune is a bit stronger here because Saturn is considered to be in its fall in the sign of Aries. So Saturn is going to be stronger, definitely, but Neptune is going to be stronger, but Neptune is still a water planet and now it's in a fire sign. So it's not that it's comfortable, but it's just a bit stronger than Saturn here. Neptune, like I said, is the ruler of your fourth house, Sagittarius. So for some of you, you may be talking about moving in with one of your children, maybe moving in with a romantic interest, with a romantic partner, or moving out from each other, because the fourth house that Neptune rules is the house of your home environment, of your real estate. Some of you Sagittarians might even be relocating to a place that maybe you feel more inspired to live in, that you feel like you can express your creativity freely. You may feel like you can play with life more and be more excited about life, but at the same time, you are probably going to be realistic about it with the presence of Saturn here. Like I said, though, Saturn can still bring delays and blockages. I'm not saying this energy is going to be rainbow and unicorns. There's definitely work that needs to be put in, but this can be definitely a scenario for you as well. Saturn rules your second house, Sagittarius. So you may be seriously thinking about making money through your creative skills, your creative hobbies, and Neptune is definitely going to help you become way more creative and have a lot more ideas here. And in the sign of Aries can talk about determination and desire to push forward and to be able to achieve these things. Some of you may be thinking about increasing your self-confidence, or you may actually achieve self-confidence through romantic interests. Maybe you go out on a lot of dates, you have a lot of people that are interested in you, and you feel, more beautiful in your physical body, your personality also, because of this interest from other individuals. It's still going to be an energy that is down to earth, though, because I'm a Taurus rising myself and I'm having Saturn transit my 11th house, which is in opposition to the 5th. So I kind of know the kind of energy that you might be having. Saturn here is not exciting. And I've had it with Neptune. So it's in the sign of Pisces, but it's like it's not exciting at all. You're probably going to put in some hard work in there, but the vision is what makes you put in the work. And I think that's the most beautiful and the most important thing. You might have a vision of who you want to be, what you want to become, what creative skills you want to put out there in the world, what hobbies you want to put out there in the world, how you want to be in the center of the attention, how you're going to take the center stage. The vision is what probably is going to save and protect a lot of you Sagittarians with this transit. Now, really quick, just to give you a few dates, Neptune is going to station retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14th. And then Saturn is going to re-enter Pisces on September 1st, and Neptune re-enters Pisces on October 22nd. Both of these planets are then going to finish the year in the sign of Pisces. So in 2025, we're going to get some sort of understanding of this energy that is going to be very or much more predominant in 2026 and onwards. So yeah, this is what I have for you, Sagittarius. Please let me know in the comments what your expectations are for this transit. I wish you the best of luck. If you want to show some support for my work, you can like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from this. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello dear Capricorn suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions for the 12 zodiac signs for 2025. These two planets are going to be in a near conjunction in the sign of Aries. In 2026, it is when they come into an exact conjunction, but we are going to feel the energy of these two planets coming so close to each other in 2025. Neptune is going to enter the sign of Aries on March 30, and then Saturn is going to join on May 25. These planets are entering your 4th house, and you Capricorns are definitely one of the signs that is the most impacted by this energy. And one reason is because you are ruled by Saturn. The other reason is because these planets are entering your 4th house, which is an angular house. It's a house that whenever something is transiting over there, it's going to affect your entire chart. It's in opposition to your 10th house of career and public status. It squares your individuality, your personality that is represented by your 1st house, and also your relationships with other people, your marriage, your contracts and agreements that you have in place. So a lot of you Capricorns are going to have some important changes taking place in your home environment. I definitely see a lot of you relocating in 2025, moving into a place that is far away. That can be a scenario, or that is a place that can feel very healing to you, a place that can be very spiritual for you, a place where you feel more optimistic and more joyful about life also. A lot of you are going to have some sort of dissolving in your families, and I don't want to. I want you to listen and in the way how I'm going to explain this. A lot of you, if you had certain relationships that were characterized by anger and power struggles and ego clashes, then Neptune here is going to dissolve those issues. A lot of you are going to choose to heal from certain family dynamics and relationships that are not serving you anymore, that take you to the lower vibration. A lot of you are going to be emotionally smart and intelligent to make these kind of choices, to let go again of individuals, of situations that don't serve you anymore, that don't take you in that higher vibration of healing, of feeling happy about life and being optimistic about life. Others of you, though, Capricorns, are going to decide to set boundaries with these family members. We have Saturn here as well. And Saturn is boundaries, is deciding to distance yourselves from people, individuals that, have not respected you maybe. Some of you are going to also have some sort of shrinking in the sense of moving maybe to a smaller home with this transit, moving to a place where it's a bit more minimalistic, where it's more simple. A lot of you are going to feel like you're in a place where you're switching between being happy and excited about life, or feeling like it's all magical and sweet, and then boom, reality may hit you here and there. You may feel a bit more pessimistic, or a bit more gray, on the grayish side. So with this conjunction of these two planets, a lot of you Capricorns are going to switch from one area to the other, from one energy to the other. And what is important is that these two planets are in your fourth house of emotions. This is your emotional world. So you're going to definitely feel this. Besides the fact that Saturn is your own ruler. So you may actually be the initiator of all these things that I'm talking about, especially when it comes to relocating and moving somewhere else, moving to a different home for you, maybe a smaller home. Maybe you're moving into an area that is more expensive and therefore you have to downsize in your home environment. That can definitely be a scenario with this transit as well. Neptune rules your third house, and the third house is a house of your communication style, of the way how you talk to other people, the way how you relate to them, and the way how you connect with them. So some of you Capricorns are probably going to have experiences of deep communication with your loved ones, with family members also. Communications that could be happening in your home environment. However, the higher vibration is communication of healing, and we're both on the same page and we love each other and we want the best for each other. We want to heal each other and things like that. The lower vibration can talk about deceits, can talk about illusions. So be aware of that and be careful with that, Capricorns. There could be individuals in your home environment that may want to deceive you because maybe they benefit something from you, or they want to manipulate at the emotional level. So be careful with that and be aware of that. Others of you Capricorns are really going to work in your emotional world, like I said earlier, but also you're going to put a lot of effort into fixing and healing your thinking processes, with Neptune being the third house ruler. A lot of you are probably going to do affirmations, are going to maybe listen to videos that give you affirmations, you're going to probably practice on a daily basis on how to take care of your mind, how to love your mind, how to heal it, and also how to be energetically healthier. And you may be doing so at the comfort of your homes. You may be doing so in your home environment with Neptune transiting the fourth house. But I'm talking about implementing practical things because Saturn is the planet of practicality. And you know that very well as Capricorn risings and suns and moons. So a lot of you are going to be more practical when it comes to them, when it comes to the way how you see spirituality and how you can turn your home maybe in this spiritual environment where you, your significant other, your children, your parents, whoever you live with, your siblings, so that everybody can feel spiritually protected and comforted, and they can express themselves freely in this kind of environment. At the same time, though, Saturn can bring blockages. So some of you Capricorns are maybe going to feel restricted into expressing that creativity in your home environment, restricted in expressing your religious beliefs in your home environment, in expressing your spirituality also in your home environment. So see how this can go both ways. It can go either one way or the other, but for some of you it's going to switch from one way to the other. Maybe some of you are going to feel more comfortable expressing the Neptunian things in your home environment, and others of you are going to go back to feeling restricted and taking on a more grayish and realistic approach when it comes to all these things. Some of you Capricorns are really going to become very creative. I forgot if I had mentioned this in the beginning because I've done the other signs as well. But you're probably going to become very creative with the transit as well, because of the presence of Neptune and also the presence of Saturn that is going to help you also become a bit practical about expressing your creativity. Now, I do want to say that Saturn is not as strong here. It is considered to be in its fall in the sign of Aries. And Neptune basically holds the upper hand. So keep in mind that there may be, the energy of Neptune could be felt a little bit more with this transit. Just to give you a few dates here also, Neptune is going to station retrograde in the sign of Aries afterwards on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and then Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14th. Saturn then re-enters Pisces on September 1st, and Neptune re-enters Pisces on October 22nd. Both of these planets are then going to finish the year in this sign. So in 2025, we're going to kind of get a glimpse and understand the themes and patterns that we're probably going to feel more and experience more moving into 2026 and onward. So, 2025 is kind of going to be an entrance of these new energies that are definitely going to be very significant for you, Capricorns. Like I said earlier, some of your career sector is also going to be affected. Some of you are going to change careers, are going to have a dissolving of your previous industry, of your previous career, and the start of a new one. Maybe you're going to work hard for your status. You're going to work hard for a certain industry that you're in. Others of you Capricorns are also going to experience changes and dissolving and restructuring of your partnerships, also marriage partnerships, agreements and contracts that you have in place with them. And of course, as all these things happen, you're also going to have shifts in your individuality and your personality. A lot of your Capricorns are going to have a different sense of identity. You're going to have a shift in your personal identity, a dissolving on who you are, and then a recreation and reinvention of who you want to become. Some of you are going to embrace healing. Some others of you are going to let go of a certain sense of identity that is not serving you anymore. Very, very profound experiences for you Capricorns. I'm actually very excited for you. I wish you the best of luck with this transit, though. This is what I had for you. Let me know in the comments what your expectations are with this transit. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Aquarius suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions for 2025 for the 12 zodiac signs. Neptune is going to enter the sign of Aries on March 30, and then Saturn is going to join on May 25. These two planets will be transiting your third house, Aquarians, which can indicate, first of all, a lot of healing that could be happening at your mental level. A lot of you Aquarians are maybe going to become more optimistic in the way how you think, in the way how you view the world, in the way how you talk to yourself in your mind, the way how you also communicate with other people and contact them, the way how you can relate to them also. For others of you, this transit can indicate the other side of things, which is the energy of Saturn. A lot of you may be feeling maybe a bit more pessimistic with this energy, feeling like you need to be more practical in your day-to-day life so that you can feel more optimistic, so that you can get on the other side of the energy. Saturn here in the third house can also indicate that a lot of you may be putting yourselves on a schedule. You may be putting yourselves on some certain rules when it comes to the way how you communicate with other people. Maybe, if you haven't been good at texting back, maybe you're going to change that with this transit. If you haven't been good with having, anger issues with Aries being here, then maybe you're going to restrict yourself from expressing that anger. Some of you are going to, of course, do it in a healthy way. Others, unfortunately, not in a very healthy way. But Saturn here can talk about trying to tone down maybe the anger issues. Maybe, when you don't agree with other people, being that you're one of the most intelligent signs of the zodiac, we have to give it to you. Sometimes you don't agree with other people in your communication style, and Saturn here is maybe going to set some boundaries, or is going to teach you Aquarians to be more realistic, to be more calculative in the way how you talk to others, and also to be more down to earth, more practical. Neptune can make you more sensitive, more relatable to others. Saturn, on the other hand, can make you more serious. So, as we feel this energy, a lot of you are going to switch from one energy to the other, one energy to the other. I do have to say that Saturn is not as strong in the sign of Aries. It's considered to be in its fall. So really the planet that has the upper hand here is Neptune. Neptune is going to be a bit stronger. Now, the third house is also the house of short distance travels. A lot of your Aquarians are going to be on the road a lot. You're going to be traveling, going in short distance trips, exploring cities and places nearby you. And some of you are going to really experience some magical moments as you do so. Neptune gives you those out of this world type of experiences that bring you pure bliss and happiness also. For others of you, Neptune can also bring a sense of understanding for spirituality, a connection to God and the universe, and you may be doing so at the mental level here in the third house. Some of you Aquarians may even be very vocal in the things that you strongly believe in. Some of you are going to push forward into expressing your ideologies and things that you strongly believe on to the other people, to the masses, to the individuals that you communicate with on a daily basis. On the other hand, others of you are going to have the opposite thing, to where other people try to push their ideologies upon you, and that's probably something that is not very comfortable for you. But with the sign of Aries here, you're going to experience some push and pull towards your belief systems and what you stand for. And Neptune is the planet of the idealism, is the planet of what we believe in, what we aspire to do. It is our vision, it is what we fight for, what we want. And Aries can give you the determination to get there, to achieve that. But in the third house can talk about trying to convince others into achieving what you want, and the other way around to it, where others may be doing that to you. They want to convince you in certain things, and you may, sometimes obey to what other people tell you, and other times you won't. Now, Neptune rules your second house. Some of your Aquarians are going to be making money through marketing, through online businesses, through clients. Others of you are going to be making financial, or maybe having financial resources from journaling, from traveling also, from any kind of communication oriented industry. Others of you may get it through teaching or through honing your skills and getting certifications and learning new skills for yourselves. Some of you Aquarians are going to have a stronger sense of your self-confidence and your self-worth through the way how you communicate with other people, and maybe the debates that you have with other individuals, whereas others of you maybe are going to have the dissolving of your personal ego due to conversations that you have with others, due to the debates that you make with them. The third house is a communication oriented house. So it's generally ruled by Gemini. It's an air house, although this is, a fire sign for you. And that's why, by the way, Aquarians are known to be the rebellious signs. Besides the fact that you're ruled by Uranus, your third house, your communication is bold, is direct. You know how to fight for what you want. You are rebellious. You don't care what people may think. You have your own mindset, and you are very brave to express it. So this will be highlighted a lot more. But like I said, sometimes Neptune dissolves the things that you believed in the past. It dissolves your communication style. Maybe if you've been brave before in the way how you direct other people, now a lot of Aquarians are going to get softer. And others of you are going to have the opposite way to, if you were not as confident in expressing your ideologies and things that you believe in, now you're going to gain that extra strength to do so, because Neptune is afterwards the ruler of yourself, of your second house, of your self-confidence. So you're going to bring this self-confidence of yours into your communication style and the way how you talk to other people. And like I said earlier, Neptune is a bit stronger here than Saturn in this house, or in this sign. Saturn, on the other hand, rules your 12th house. So that's why I think a lot of your Aquarians are going to travel a lot, go to foreign lands, go to nearby places as well. This is the third house. You're going to switch from traveling abroad to traveling nearby. Others of you are maybe going to spend a lot of time in solitude, I would say, to think about things, to research things, to maybe learn something new, to
increase your knowledge and your skill set. Also, you may be inspired to spend time in solitude to learn something new and to get a certification, to become stronger and more powerful in your thinking process and the knowledge that you hold. Also, these planets, yes, they are transiting the third house, but of course they are in opposition to the ninth house, and the ninth house is the house of your knowledge, of your belief system. So while you learn all these things on your daily basis in the third house, you're going to also become stronger and more powerful in your personal knowledge. Saturn, like I said, rules the 12th house. A lot of you Aquarians are going to focus a lot on your mental health, and you're going to try to heal yourselves from maybe negative thinking, from some sort of self-sabotaging way of thinking about yourself. A lot of you are going to remove ancestral trauma also through the thinking processes that you may be doing. And like I said earlier, you may be doing affirmations, you may be really working on turning your way of thinking in a more positive one, and you may be taking practical steps to do so with Saturn here. Like I said, maybe doing affirmations, writing on your journal, being more aware of the things that you say, being more aware of the things that you listen to, being more aware of the words that come out of your mouth, and maybe choosing to use more optimistic words as well. And as a collective, throughout this time, we're going to gain more knowledge about these things. And of course, you Aquarians may be one of the signs that is going to implement those new things in the fastest way, because you are the revolutionary sign. But these things are also happening in your third house, and you may be one of the signs that absorbs any new information and applies it to their lives faster than anybody else also. Now, just to give you here a few dates, Neptune is going to station retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and Saturn stations retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14th. Then Saturn re-enters Pisces on September 1st, and Neptune re-enters Pisces on October 22nd. Both of these planets are going to finish the year in this sign. This is what I have for you Aquarians for this transit. I really hope it turns out to be a wonderful one for you. Please let me know in the comments what your expectations are for this transit. If you want to show some support for my work, you can like, subscribe, share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello dear Pisces suns, moons and risings. Welcome to your Neptune and Saturn in Aries astrology predictions for the 12 signs for 2025. Neptune is going to enter the sign of Aries on March 30, and then Saturn is going to join on May 25. They are both entering your second house, and what this can indicate for you Pisces is the ability to maybe use a lot of creativity in the way how you make money. A lot of you, and we know that Pisces are probably one of the most creative signs out there, not to say the most creative one. So you're going to have some sort of revelations over and over in the way how to make money. And because Neptune is a planet that does not have shape, it does not have boundaries, then a lot of you are not going to have boundaries or shape in your money making abilities. Some of you may even see miracles in your money making abilities, and also in your financial rewards as well, in the way how you make money, in the way how you have multiple resources also. Like I said, there's no shape and there's no boundaries with Neptune here. The sky is the limit, but probably the sky is not even the limit with this transit as well. This is the higher vibration of Neptune though, using the creativity so that you can increase your resources. On the other hand, some of you Pisces might experience the opposite of it. Let's not forget Saturn is here, and Saturn can sometimes talk about hard work that needs to be put in to be able to increase your resources. So Neptune can give you the vision of how much money you want to be making. Saturn may give you the discipline and the down-to-earth approach that you may take on to do so. The thing is that these two planets are in the sign of Aries, and Saturn here is it's considered to be in its fall, so it's not as strong. However, it's still probably going to give you the discipline to be able to achieve some sort of financial financial goal and financial level that you desire to do. On the other hand, Saturn is the planet of restrictions and delays. So some of you Pisces may experience delays and restrictions in the way how you make money and, in your income levels. I do want to say that Neptune also on the lower vibration can talk about deceits and lies. So in the second house, just be careful, be aware of scammers and individuals that maybe don't have the best interests on you, that they try to come after you because of, money. Obviously, this is not the case for all Pisces because that would be the end of the world. But some of you may experience that, and it also depends on your personal chart and also your personal decisions. So just be aware and be careful. Neptune is your modern ruler, so a lot of you Pisces are probably going to increase your self-confidence also through your expression of self. A lot of you maybe are going to put in your entire heart and soul in certain projects so that you can increase your income, but at the same time to increase your self-confidence and self-esteem with this transit. Others of you Pisces are going to use your identity, are going to use your profile, your face, your image, your personal brand into money-making abilities. Maybe you create a company that has your face or has your name and you put it out there for the world. At the same time, I do have a feeling that a lot of you Pisces are going to become spiritual leaders in the world, in the sense that you are also getting paid for it. Maybe some of you are going to become healers or psychics or astrologers as well, and you may be getting income for the work that you do too. Others of you Pisces are also going to be working towards achieving some sort of long-term dream and goal that you may have for the future, especially related to your finances. I think a lot of your focus are going to be on finances for next year. But Saturn rules your 11th house, which is also a financial house. So a lot of you may be having some certain goal in your mind to be able to achieve it. And then during this transit, you're probably going to switch from being optimistic and having this vision, which is a Neptunian energy, to feeling pessimistic and doubtful and thinking maybe you should just leave it, with Saturn here as well. But, since Saturn is the ruler of your 11th house, you might really want to achieve some sort of long-term dreaming goal. Like your eyes are on the prize, your eyes are on the vision, your eyes are on what you want to be achieving in the long run. Others of you Pisces may be having friends supporting you financially and being there for you whenever you need help, being there for you when you need some support financially, but also in your individuality and also your self-confidence as well. The second house is also the house of self-confidence. Some of you Pisces may be also making money through your fame in the social media, your fame on the internet, your fame in any areas of your lives, because Saturn is the ruler of the 11th, which is a house of fame. And so here transiting the second house can talk about achieving that sort of fame and also getting some sort of monetary rewards out of it. At the same time, just be careful, because Saturn also brings blockages and delays. So it could also turn out to be in the opposite way, to where maybe you become famous for something, or some of you, not all of you, some of you become famous for something and maybe that restricts your income in one way or another. Maybe, some of you Pisces are going to get into some sort of industry or job that this lets you produce income in one way, but due to laws or other things, you cannot make money in another way. So there's a sort of restriction here in the second house. Just to mention a few dates here, Neptune is going to station retrograde on July 5th at the 2nd degree of Aries, and Saturn is going to station retrograde at the 1st degree of Aries on July 14. Saturn then is going to re-enter Pisces on your first house on September 1st, and then Neptune is going to re-enter your first house again on October 22nd. Both of these planets are going to finish the year in your sign. Now, I do think that you're you're probably gonna feel lighter after these planets leave your first house, because having them for so long in your house of identity and opposing your seventh house and squaring your fourth and 10th, you know, a lot of Pisces have been through a lot of things, a lot of changes, a lot of dissolving and restructuring again over and over. So I do think that your energy is going to be lighter as these two planets move into your second house. But you know, your focus is going to be on your possessions, it's going to be on your income and your money, and also your self-confidence and your self-worth. Like I said, you're going to probably switch from being optimistic and feeling like you can do it all to maybe feeling a bit more doubtful. But this is a sign of Aries, so you will want to push forward no matter how difficult it may be. Just be careful of illusions, because you know, Neptune is still gonna reflect the negative sides and the positive sides also. But you're a very intuitive sign, Pisces, and you are the ruler. I'm sorry, Neptune is your ruler. So you are familiar with the energy of Neptune. You know how it works with Neptune. I do want to say that you may be the initiator of a lot of opportunities to be making multiple sources of income, and some of you Pisces are going to hide them also with Neptune here. You're going to make it invisible to other people, but you know, you're probably making money in one way or another for yourself. Yeah, this is what I have for you, I think, for this transit. Let me know in the comments below what your expectations are, and if you want to show some support for my work, you can like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from this. I wish you the best of luck, Pisces, and I'll see you on the next video.